Okay, good afternoon students. In the last class we are discussed about that asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. And also in the last class we are discussed about the types of asexual reproduction. Types of asexual reproduction. In the types of asexual reproduction we are discussed about that fission, in the types binary fission and multiple fission, regeneration, spore formation, fragmentation, budding. So this type will be we understand about that asexual reproduction. Yes or no? And see students, now see that sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction is also very important in the reproduction process. It is a very important type in the reproduction process. So first of all, what do you mean by sexual reproduction? We understand. We already know reproduction can be divided into two types. One is asexual reproduction and another one is what? Sexual reproduction. We already understand about that asexual reproduction. Now see that is the sexual reproduction. We already know what do you mean by reproduction. We already understand the definition of reproduction. But now see, and also in the last class we already understand about the definition and the types and the explanation about the asexual reproduction. But now see that is sexual reproduction. We know already very well. Reproduction is a natural process. The parental cell or parental body give rise to and once with or without involvement of gamete formation, that is reproduction. We know already very well. But in the last class we understand about that which one that is asexual reproduction. The parental, it is also type of reproduction. The parental cell give rise to and once without involvement of gamete formation. It means the gametes are absent. It means the only single parent cell or single parental body give rise to young ones. That is a asexual reproduction. That is a asexual reproduction. But now it's a very important sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is a type of reproduction. Sexual reproduction is a type of reproduction. Parental cell or parental body give rise to young ones. The parental cell or parental body give rise to young ones with involvement of gamete formation. In presence of gamete formation, that is called sexual reproduction. That is called sexual reproduction. Dear students, we already know in the asexual reproduction, the parents are with this, the gametes are absent. Only single parents cell give rise to young ones. Only single parental body give rise to young ones. But sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, both gametes are present, and both male and female. The both gametes can see in the different types of gametes present in the different kinds of the organisms. For example, in the plants, entirely different gametes are there. In the animals, entirely different gametes are there. Clear all of you? So these type will be the parental bodies or parental cell give rise to young ones. Give rise to young ones with involvement of gamete formation. With involvement of gamete formation, that is known as what? Sexual reproduction. Clear all of you? Sexual reproduction is the sexual reproduction is the type of reproduction. Sexual reproduction is the type of reproduction. The parental cell or parental body give rise to young ones. Give rise to young ones with involvement of gamete formation. In presence of gametes. Presence of gametes. That is known as what? Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Commonly we can see in the human beings and all type of the animals and also in some plants. We are seeing that sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. So first of all, we start the sexual reproduction in the plants. Sexual reproduction in the plants. So first of all, you can see students, that is a hibiscus flower. It is a bisexual flower. So first of all, before going to that sexual reproduction in the plants, I will tell one thing that is important, that is a unisexual and bisexual. Unisexual flower and bisexual flower. So what do you mean by unisexual flower and what do you mean by bisexual flower? That is very important in your syllabus. So this is a bisexual flower. Some flowers are unisexual flower. Uni means what? Single. If a flower have only a single parent, single type of the parents. For example, either may be male, either may be female. Either may be stamen or either may be carpel. Either may be male gamete or female gamete. If a flower have only male gamete, that is a unisexual flower. If a flower have female gamete, that is a unisexual flower. Clear? If a flower have only male gametes, that is also unisexual flower. If a flower have a female gamete, that is also unisexual flower. Clear all of you? If a flower have only male gametes, that is a unisexual flower. If a flower have only female gamete, that is also unisexual flowers. That means in unisexual flowers only single type of gametes are present. That flower have only one type of gametes. That is that type of flowers, that type of the plants are known as unisexual plants or unisexual flowers. Clear? If a flower has only male gamete, that is a unisexual flower. If a flower has only female gamete, that is also unisexual flower. Clear all of you about unisexual flowers? Next one is there is a bisexual flower. Bisexual flower. Dear students, that opposite to the unisexual flower. If a flower has both type of the gametes, for example, if a flower has both male and female gametes, that is bisexual flower. That is what? Bisexual flower. Clear? If a flower has both type of the gametes, both male and female gametes, that is known as what? Bisexual flowers. That is known as what? Bisexual flowers. Clear all of you? Unisexual is what? If a flower has only one type of the gametes, only single type of the gametes, that is known as what? Unisexual flower. Either may be male gamete, either may be female gamete. Either may be male gamete will be present, either may be female gamete will be present in single flower. But if a flower have two type of the gametes, both male and female gametes are present in only one flower. That type of the flowers are known as what? Bisexual flowers. The hibiscus is example of bisexual flowers. Hibiscus. In Kannada, Dashavala. Clear? It is a hibiscus. Okay. Dear students, it is a diagram of hibiscus. It is very important for your annual examinations. Hibiscus flower. It means what? Bisexual flower. It is very important for 1 mark. What do you mean by bisexual flower? What do you mean by unisexual flower? Clear all of you? Yes. So first of all, you can see in the flowers, gynoecium. Gynoecium. G means what? Gynoecium. And also called as what? Carefully, all of you, listen to me. Gynosium. And also what is called carpel. And also what is called female reproductive part. In the plover, you can see that the female reproductive part, that is known as what? Gynosium. Listen to me. G for gynosium. The gynosium, it is the female reproductive part which is present in the flower. Clear all of you? It is what? Gynosium. Gynosium has one more name, that is a carpel. The gynosium has one more name, that is what? Carpel. The carpel is also known as what? Female reproductive part. Female reproductive part, it means what? Carpel. It means what? Gynosium. Clear all of you? It is present in the flower. See students, the first of all, carefully. Okay. See students, in the plants, especially in the flower, I extend one pass. See this portion. See all of you. This one. Listen to me, all of you. Listen to me carefully. This part is what? It is a female reproductive part in the flower. That means what? That is the female reproductive part in the flower. So I am taking that parts on the outside. It is looking at this type. It is look like this type. Clear all of you? It is a female reproductive part. So which one is the female reproductive part in the flower? That is a gynosium. Also known as what? Carpel. The carpel is known as what? Female reproductive part. Which one is the female reproductive part? This one is a female reproductive part. Clear all of it? See. And taking that part in the outside. See, it is look like this type. Female reproductive part. See, in the plants, especially in the flower, the first part, that is the gynosium. The gynosium have one more name, that is the carpel. The carpel is known as what? Female reproductive part. Is what? Female reproductive part. In the flower, you can see this diagram. I am taking that part outside. It looks like this type. It is there on that side. So I am taking only this part only. Which one? Female reproductive part. Listen to me carefully, all of you. Female reproductive part. See students, the first of all. This is known as what? Stigma. The top portion is there now. The top part is known as what? Stigma. It is there a stigma? Yes. You can see the base of stigma. You can see that style. Which one? Style. See friends. The base or stigma, you can see what? Style. You can see that another one, that is an ovary. So this is an ovary. It is ovary. Listen to me. It is one part, but it is very important. So, in the flower, you can see that female reproductive part. That is the carpel. The carpel is also known as what? Gynosium. You write this type also. What do you write? Gynoecium. The gynoecium is also known as what? Carpel. The carpel is a female reproductive part in the flower. In the flower, it has three parts. It has three parts. That is the stigma, style, ovary. Stigma, style, ovary. See, stigma, style, ovary. Clear all of you? Stigma, style, and ovary. Clear all of you? See, the female reproductive part, that is a gynoecium. Gynoecium is also known as what? Carpel. It can be divided into three parts. One is the stigma. Sound is clear, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the disturbance. Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. See, in the flower you can see the gynoecium. Gynoecium is also known as what? Carpel. The carpel is what? It is a female reproductive part which is present in the flower. See that the gynoecium, that carpel, can be divided into three parts. One is the style, so one is the stigma, second is style, third one is the ovary. Stigma, style, ovary. Stigma, style, ovary. So these are the three parts which is present in the gynoecium. So this is the female reproductive part. So this is the carpel, this is the gynoecium. Okay, names are different, but meaning is same. Carpel is what? Gynoecium. The gynoecium is what? It is a female reproductive part. The female reproductive part, it can be divided into three parts. One is the stigma, another one is the style, another one is the ovary. So it is a ovary, it is a style, it is a stigma. Okay? The only one female gamete, only one female reproductive part present in the flower. Only one. That female reproductive part has three parts. One is the stigma, another one is the style, and last one is the ovary. Last one is the ovary. Clear all of you? Yes. Dear students, clear all of you? Now see, in the ovary, you can see that embryo sac. You can see in the ovary, it is an embryo sac. Embryo sac is a female gamete. You can see in the embryo sac female gametes. Clear all of you? So this is about that female reproductive part in the flower. Only one part is over. Female reproductive part. The female reproductive part is known as what? Gynoecium. The gynoecium is also known as what? Carpel. The carpel can be divided into how many parts? Three parts. One is the stigma, another is the style, last one is the ovary. So inside the ovary, you can see that ovaries. You can see in the inside the ovaries, you can see that embryo sac. In the embryo sac, you can see the female gametes. You can see in the embryo sac female gametes. Clear all of you? Clear all of you? So this is about the female reproductive part in the flower. Female reproductive part in the flower. Okay. Next, the stigma. The stigma is a part. It is a part of gynoecium. It is present in the top of gynoecium. Next one is the style. The style is also part of gynoecium. It is present in the base of stigma. The finally you can see that ovary. The ovary is present in the base of the carpel. Clear up to? So inside the ovary you can see the ovaries. So inside the ovaries you can see that embryo sac. Inside the embryo sac you can see that female gametes in the flower. In the flower. So this is about the female reproductive part. Female reproductive part in the flower. In the flower. Next, you can see that stamen. See students, you can see in the diagram blue color. So these are known as what? Stamens. These are known as what? Stamens. Stamens. Okay. Next, the stamens has one more name. That is the androecium. That is the androecium, and also it is also known as what? And also known as what? Male reproductive part. Male reproductive part. Dear students, listen to me. The blue colors parts are there, no? Those are stamens. Those are known as what? Stamens. See students, I am taking that stamens in outside. We are looking at this time. Stamens. Okay. Stamens. See students, the stamens is a male reproductive part present in the flower. The stamen is a male reproductive part in the flower. The stamen is also known as what? Androecium. Female is known as what? Gynoecium. But male is known as what? Androecium in the flower. In the flower, it is a male reproductive part which is present in the flower. Which one? Stamen. The stamen is also known as what? Androecium. Androecium. Androecium is also known as what? Stamen. The stamen is nothing but male reproductive part. Male reproductive part. The androecium or the stamen can be divided into two parts. One is the anther. Anther one is a filament. One is a anther. Anther is what? Filament. Dear students, listen to me. The top portion is there, no? That is the anther. You can see that it is a filament. You can see that filament. See students, the male reproductive part in the flower, that is the androecium. The androecium have one more name, that is the stamen. Stamen is nothing but it is a male reproductive part which is present in the flower. The stamen can be divided into two parts. One is the anther and the other is the filament. Anther and the filament. See students, it is the anther. These are anthers. Clear? Anther, anther, anther. You can see the base on the anther. You can see the filaments. See, filaments, filaments, filaments. Clear? See, in this stamens, you can see that the top portion, that is the anther. That is what? Anther. You can see the base on the anther. You can see that filament. What is that? Filament. See students, what do you mean by anther? Anther is a male gamete. Anther contains the male gametes. It is present. It is a type. It is a part of stamen. It is a part of stamen which is present in the top of the filament or top of the stamen. Clear all of you? This anther which is present in the top of the stamens or androecium. It is present in the top portion. See, it is present in the top portion. It is present in the top portion. See, top portion. Clear all of you? That is anther. In the anther, you can see anther sac. See students, and take the section. See students, so these type of anthers are present in the stamens. See students, the stamens, it is a male reproductive part which is present in the flower. The stamen also known as androecium. Androecium is a male reproductive part. You can see the male reproductive part. You can see the two parts. One is the anther, and the other is what? Filament. Anther and the filament. So when you take the section of anther, see that anther sac. In the anther sac, you can see the male gametes. You can see the male gametes. That is known as what? Anther. Next one is the filament. The filament is a part of the stamen or part of the androecium, but the filament is present in the base of the anther. It's present in the base of the anther. So this is about the stamen. All of you understand about male reproductive part and female reproductive part. Next, that is the petal. So petal, you can see that is colorful things that is present in the surroundings of flowers. You can see in the rose red color or yellow color or maybe white color. You can see in the this one, that is hibiscus flower. You can see especially in the red color. So this type you can see the colorful things, that is a petal. That is a petal is covered at whole embryo. It means what? Especially whole flower. Next one is a female gamete. It is also part of flower. If you can see the leaf-like structure. You can see that leaf-like structure. This is leaf-like structure. That is a female. That is a sepals. That is what? Sepals. The sepals always leaves means green in color. Always green in color. So it is present in the base of the flower. It is present in the base of the flower. So this is about the reproductive parts. Reproductive part in the flower. Reproductive part in the flower. So all of you can see the flowers can be divided mainly. You can see the two types of things. One is the male reproductive part and the other one is the female reproductive part. Female reproductive part name was, that is the gynoecium. Gynoecium is also known as what? Carpel. The carpel is the what? Female reproductive part. You can see in the female reproductive parts, you can see three parts. One is the stigma, it is present in the top portion, top of the gynoecium. And the style, it is based on the stigma. Next one is the ovary, it is based on the gynoecium. In the ovary, you can see the ovules. You can see in the ovules, you can embryo sac. Inside the embryos, you can see that female gametes. This is a female. Next one is a male. Male is nothing but it is a stamen. Stamen is also known as what? Androecium. The androecium can be divided into, it is known as what? Male reproductive part. The androecium is can be divided into two parts. One is the anther and the other one is the filament. You can see that the anther and the filaments. Clear all of you? Anther and the filaments. So this type of we understand that reproduction in flowering plants. Reproduction in flowering plants. These are the only parts. Next class you can see that how the plants reproduce with the help of the flower in the flower. So all of you understand about the flowers. Okay. Thank you so much for giving a wonderful response.